Going live on Instagram can feel really intimidating, but lives are one of the most engaging types of video content you can create and highly converting, meaning they can even increase sales for your business on Instagram. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through every step you need to know to go live on Instagram with confidence, from the interface and how to use all the different features within Instagram Lives in a full tutorial, along with the steps of how I like to prep and then post my lives afterwards. The first step to going live on Instagram is figuring out what you want to talk about on your Instagram Live. A common mistake I see people doing when going live on Instagram is thinking that it's just going to be really casual, really cool, really chatty. But when you get a little too rambly on your lives, that is when you lose your audience, and the live video essentially isn't strategic for serving a goal for how your brand is using Instagram really strategically and intentionally. So pick what topic you want to talk about going live, and I like to map out talking points that I can reference while I'm going live to keep me on track and making sure that I'm adding a lot of value to whatever it is that I'm going live about. This also would mean figuring out if you want to go live with other people. So you can go live with up to 3 people during your live. This is called a live room. So you can do coaching, auditing, you can do interviews, panels, conversations, anything your little heart can dream of. So if you're going live with a guest, you might want to prep some questions, some talking points to ensure that conversation stays on track as well. A few of my favorite ways to go live on Instagram is to do a Q&A style live. There's a lot of different ways you can source those questions. You can post a question sticker on stories and then grab from those while you're going live. People can also submit questions while you're going live. Just give them a topic and then they can generate those questions for you. Or something I've done before is when I'm promoting the live on my feed, I tell people to comment what questions they want me to answer, so it kind of gives them a little bit of an incentive to join the live. Another type of live you could do is something that's informational. So maybe you're demonstrating something, you're doing a tutorial, you're doing a training, you're teaching someone something almost like webinar style, and then leaving time for some questions afterwards to kind of gauge what people found helpful and where they still need some more support or have extra questions. And then of course we do have those more chatty style lives. These can be rants, these can be opinions, methodologies, or just talking on a topic. And these can be really casual, but still be effective. I've seen people doing like their makeup while they're live or making their morning coffee. I personally twisted and untwisted my hair on a live stream, which kind of gives it a little bit more of a casual feel. So these can really be intentional and you can still have those talking points, but it feels a little bit more off the cusp. Step number 2 is to go and promote your Instagram Live using the scheduled feature. Not every live is going to be scheduled, but when you can, you want to schedule your lives because this is going to increase the likeliness that people are going to show up for the live or go searching for the replay afterwards. Also, when you schedule your lives, not only can they go on your feed post with a little reminder, they also can be shared as a sticker on stories, and they show up in your profile as a reminder right under your bio. So there's so many ways for people to stay in the know of when you're going live, which makes it super effective for getting more viewers on your lives. If you struggle with, well, no one's coming to my lives, it could be because you're not properly promoting it. So personally, what I like to do is I like to create a graphic in Canva with the topic and a photo and what style live it is. And then I go into scheduling, I schedule my live, I then post on my feed at least 24 or 48 hours before I'm going live. And then I also share on my stories before I go live and then also the day of. Step number 3 is to get your live toolbox. So you really only need your phone, but there are a few things you can do to make sure that your lives are really great. First, of course, we gotta have really great lighting. The bright window that is right in front of me is what I use for all of my lives, but if you don't have a great lighting source in the room that you wanna do your live in, make sure that you use a ring light or some other light source. Let's talk a little bit about audio. So if you're going live with other people, I've always found you wanna have headphones on to reduce the amount of feedback that you're going to get on your videos. I've gone live before, and if someone doesn't have headphones on and they have an echoey room, you can hear when the other person is talking, which doesn't make for the most ideal situation. So just use your regular old headphones when going live. And if you're going live solo and you just want to be a little fancy, I got this mic on Amazon that I've been using, and you clip it right on your shirt, and it really does add a to your videos and make the audio quality really sharp. And it's really cheap on Amazon. And the next thing is a phone stand. So you could use a tripod, but the reason why I love this phone stand is it has a little center place where you can actually make sure your phone is charging. There's nothing worse than going live and then your phone dies. So I personally really enjoy using a phone stand so I can have my phone charging, I can have my mic plugged right on into it. And this is also really easy to keep on any surface like a desk, which is where I do my live streams. Some other things you want to think about is you want to make sure you have strong Wi-Fi. Your live will pause or completely fail if you don't have a strong Wi-Fi source. So make sure you're not just like doing it in your car on the go if you don't think you have a good signal. Try to be in the best space in your home to have really sharp Wi-Fi. And also you want to make sure to silence any notifications. If people call you, it will pause your live, it'll make things go all funky. And make sure you also get rid of any time limits while you're going live because those might pop up as well, which happens to me very often. And now on to actually going live. So I'm gonna walk you through a tutorial where I am quite literally going live with one of my scheduled live streams that I had planned, and I'll be walking you through the entire interface. And know that there is a practice mode. So if you don't wanna just go live right off the bat, there is a practice mode that you can access versus streaming publicly. So you can go in, play around with all the features that I'm sharing, which I highly recommend. You can even pull up your phone right now as I walk through the tutorial and go through practice mode to play around with all the features. Cut to tutorial.
First, I'm going to pull up my phone, go to my Instagram stories, and swipe to the bottom where I'll see live. I'm then going to press the center button and start to start my scheduled live, and it's going to connect me to start streaming. I'm going to do a really strong introduction, introducing people to the topic before they even join to ensure when they're watching the replay, they have context of what I'm talking about. You want to avoid just sitting around and only saying hello and welcoming people on during your live at this time to ensure that you're going to get engagement, whether people are tuning in live or for the replay. So as you can see, you can start to see the people joining, which you can wave to, you can start to welcome them. And then by tapping the question bubble in the bottom corner, you can access any questions that people are submitting live or that people submitted on your stories beforehand. If you don't have badges on your live where people can tip you for creating content, you can add the questions to your screen, but I'm just reading them off and giving them context. So now I'm pressing the camera roll icon in the top corner, and I am using the slides that I created on Canva. So essentially I'm selecting each slide, and it's going to give everyone a really great visual and create kind of a webinar style slideshow. All I need to do is select that camera roll icon again to then change my slides and continue my live stream. As you can see, people are buying badges, which essentially means they are tipping me, they are enjoying the live, and I can make a little bit of income by going live on Instagram. So by tapping the video icon in the bottom corner, this is where you can add people onto your live, or you can see if your guests have requested to join you. The little person icon is where you can invite your guests to join. On the bottom under the camera roll icon, that's where you'll see your mic where you can mute yourself. And then you'll also see the video icon if you want to close your video down for whatever reason or flip your camera. After you're done with your live, press the X button and click End Now. And then you'll have the option to look at your insights to see how many people were on your live. And then you can share your live to an Instagram video replay. After I tap share, I'm then going to add on my own cover photo that I created just by taking a photo and adding text and stories. Then I'm going to take the title of the scheduled live. I'm going to add an emoji to make it a little fancy and edit it as needed. And then I'm going to finalize the caption. For the outline that you created ahead of time, you can use this for your caption or you can type it up on the fly. You'll also see you have the add to series option. So if you're doing a live series or you're building on a certain topic and reoccurring lives, you want to organize them in a series, kind of like a Netflix show. You're going to want to make sure post a preview is toggled on to ensure that it is posted to your feed. And then as soon as you're done, you're just going to press post and it'll be published on your Instagram account. And so when I go to that Instagram live and I tap that little airplane arrow, I can then share it and link it on my Instagram stories. So I'm just going to make the background plain. I'm going to add some text for context, and I'm going to add that replay for anyone that wasn't able to join live.
And that is it. Going live is not that scary after all, and can be such a great type of video content to include in your strategy, because not only do you not have to edit any footage, but it automatically gets you live streaming content and also an Instagram video replay that lives on your feed. My final tip for you if you're wanting to leverage live streams in your strategy is make sure you do them as regularly as possible in terms of the day and the time that you're going live. Weekly lives is absolutely perfect, keeping in mind that it is a 2-in-1 type of content. It's going to be a live and an Instagram video. I want to encourage you, when you start incorporating lives into your strategy using these tips and tutorial, is that it is okay to mess up. That's actually one of my favorite parts about Instagram lives, is they really humanize your brand, they show your personality, and those mistakes often make your lives really endearing and pretty funny. Don't dwell on them and just keep it moving. And if you love this video, I have an entire Reels walkthrough of how I batch create my Reels ideas, and also how I edit them inside the native editor and inside my favorite app, which is InShot. If you're looking for more support with your Instagram video strategy, you would love my 10-week program, the Instagram Confidence Accelerator. Be sure to learn more about it in the description. See you in my next video. Wow, I'm a pro at this now. I'm a pro.